All right, our third possession of the game, coaches, third drive, we're back into a trip set. You can see there they're basically in a cover one alignment. We're going to go with an inside zone and a stick concept. So at the top of the screen, it's going to be a fade, a flat, and a hitch. The single side receiver can run a slant or a hitch. The quarterback decides to take the single side route. We think that's a great decision. Young receiver down there runs a slant, hits him right in the hands, and he drops it. Probably should have been a 7 or 8 yard gain. Young player, another freshman on the field for us. Hurts us with that mistake. So now we're at 2nd and 10. My thought now is I'm going to go try to pick up as much chunk yardage as I can. I'm going to call 4 verticals, but I'm going to put the single side receiver on an under route. And you can see here he's going to cross under the formation. I would have liked to have seen the quarterback throw that under route right there. If he throws the under route, I feel like the run after the catch potential, we catch it, maybe we get 7, 8, 9 yards. The quarterback's obviously hyper aggressive. He's going to take the shot. Probably not as high percentage. We had a great chance to make a play there, and we just don't come down with it. Their kid helps tip it away at the last second. So now we've got ourselves kind of behind the 8 ball. We're at 3rd and 10. So we've had a kid make a mistake on a drop. We've had a kid take a risk, maybe a little too much of a risk, and all of a sudden, bam, you find yourself at 3rd and 10. This is where you make the money, coaches. As a play caller, you've got to get your kids bailed out and get yourself a 1st and 10 and get back manageable. So for us, we're going to call the slip screen to the running back. Both tackles will kick slide and protect. The center and the guards will leave, and the tailback will run that little middle screen. Quarterback brings the pressure, dumps it off. Running back's job, make sure the first guy doesn't tackle you. Does a great job getting to the sticks, gets himself up there, gets about 9 yards on the play. It's really a good job, that tailback kind of threading the needle, finding himself a little alley, getting up there and giving ourselves a manageable down and distance we can work with. So we're at 4th and 1. We're going to go ahead and jump back into the flex bone set. We're just going to run the fullback dive. Fullback does a good job staying straight ahead, pick up the first down. Now we've got 1st and 10 on their side of the 50. Now, coaches, this is the point where I go ahead and I stick with the flex bone here. My thinking was, okay, we just picked up the first down. I have to change personnel a little bit in the flex bone where I don't normally with my other formations. So I decide I'll go ahead and stick with it again. The defense is ready for it. They've got a guy, they rally quarterback to pitch, and they bury me for a yard loss. This is the point where my ego should have been checked, coaches. This is a mistake on my part. I'm at 2nd and 11. I've been in the formation twice. They've got 8 in the box. I should have got out of this. So to me, this is my first real mistake as a play caller in the game. I stick with the flex bone set again. I run a pass play, 4 verticals, which, coaches, let me just point out, I think is a great call because the defense is reading run all the way. I'm sending 4 people deep. They've got 8 in the box. I've got protection. You can see the defensive linemen are diving on the ground to stop the run. The quarterback's got all day. The problem is the defense does a good job rallying back there and covering those routes up. Okay, it's a good play call, but we don't exactly have it. The defense reads it well. So the quarterback, again, he's going to bail us out with his feet, takes off, gets us a first down, moves those chains. It's kind of part of how it works. Obviously. We have what I think is a dead ball foul there. So I think we had the first down, if I remember correctly, but we lose the yardage. Right at this point, coaches, I should have got out of the flex bone. I should have got us back into spread. I should have went back to what we were doing that was working. Instead, I bring a tight end in the game, and I try to stick with the flex. I run the belly play. We get 2 or 3 yards there. It's 1st and 15, and I get 3 yards. So I'm not doing what I said I should do, which is making sure I get myself manageable. Now I'm 2nd and 12. I'm still in a run-heavy set. I run the football again. I get another 3 or 4 yards, which is good, but I started this drive at 1st and 15. So now I've only got myself to 3rd and 9. That's not what we want. We've got ourselves behind the sticks. We've got ourselves in an unmanageable situation. We fumbled the football. Everything kind of breaks down, and we get very lucky. We have an athlete at quarterback who literally just bails out his play caller there. We should have been out of that formation. That's a bad job. Those 3 or 4 plays kind of canned together. It's just a bad job of play calling on my part. Fortunately, I have a young athlete right there who's a heady kid, and he bails me out and makes me look smart. You can see I quickly rectify the mistake. We've managed to get a lucky 1st and 10 now at the 23-yard line. I get back in a trip set, and I'm going to go ahead and call an RPO. I'm going to call inside zone with all hitches. Quarterback likes the box, so he hands the zone off. He gets me 3 or 4 yards right there. Okay, now we're back to where we want to play. Okay, we've got a good box. They had a guy bump out. You can see late right there. The linebacker bumps out to cover the 3rd hitch. Quarterback sees it, hands the ball off on the zone. He gets me 3 or 4 yards, and now we're starting to play the game the way we're supposed to. We've already got it down to 2nd and 6, and now I know that I've got a touchdown. What I've been watching is down here at the bottom of the screen, the slot receiver is my best receiver. He's an all-state kid. He had 100 catches for us. They've got a slow linebacker manned up on him, so I'm going to call slant wheel. Slant by the number 1 receiver, wheel by the slot receiver, and I'm going to leave the running back into block, 6-man protection, and it's all over. Okay, we've got ourselves a shot play. They can't stay with us in man coverage right there, and it's basically a guaranteed touchdown before we call it. So, again, this drive, we're very fortunate, coaches. There's a lot of bad play calling on that drive, a lot of mistakes made on that drive, some things that we should have done differently, but we end up finding ourselves in a situation where we get very lucky. We're able to get the touchdown. We're able to get ourselves out to a 21-6 lead.